Good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome to another show. It is Tuesday, the last day of March. So, March 31st, holy banana bread. This volatile month is finally over. And you know what? It's kind of fitting that we're going out in the green. Another big pump. Oh boy. So, what's going on today? Why is the market so green? Why are we seeing, in fact, this is the biggest green movement we've seen since this war has begun. So what is going on? Well, there's a lot of hope. We're going to call it hope. De-escalation hope is brewing big time right now. There have been reports that Donald Trump and his allies, or his, well, what is it? His allies, I guess his own team, nobody's really on his side for this, that they're willing to end the hostilities in Iran, even without reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. So that's a good sign because that seemed to be the big sticking point. Now, there's also been some rumors. There's been unconfirmed signals that Iran's president may even be open to talks. So that's created a lot of hope. It's created a lot of green on the markets today. And it eased stagflation fears. So that's kind of good. Stagflation, yeah, stagflation's not good. Inflation is better than stagflation because stagflation is prices going up and your economy going nowhere. That's a really bad combination. But as a result of this, oil has pulled back a wee bit, and the markets had a chance to digest all of this. But oh boy, here's the thing. Could this be a bull trap? We've seen this before in the war. We've seen one day of euphoria followed by a day of absolute disaster. So you got to look at it this way. This rally is right now currently being built around, well, unconfirmed hopes. We're not talking about good hopes. We're talking about rumors of hopes. We're talking about mixed signals. We don't know if this is going to lead to peace. There's no evidence that this is going to lead to peace. So take it with a grain of salt. Don't sort of sit back and say, "Oh, thank God it's finally over," because it's not. It's not. This could still get much worse. So you want to keep that in mind. So we're not at the bottom. The bottom is probably not in, but it could be. You know, that's the whole thing. If these unconfirmed hopes turn into actual hope, well, maybe the bottom's in. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't bet on it. I personally wouldn't bet on it. We've seen this before. We know where it goes. Anyway, with all of that being said, let's go look at the market. Let's see what's going on. We'll pull up the TSX here as we are ending this month. Look at this. This has been a pretty good day. We gapped up quite a bit this morning, and we've got a good steady green pump heading on up. I'm liking it. It's obviously, though, we're still finishing the month in the red, because here is this blue line up here. That's where we entered the month. And now on the bright side, if you think about it, because we're down so far at the end of the month, this blue line's coming down tomorrow. So the bar to get into a green month in April is not that high. So could April be a green month? What do you guys think? I think it could. I think it could. I don't think it's going to be a big, I don't think it's going to be a steady green, everybody's happy month. I think it's going to be a volatile, dragged by your butt up and down through the days, through the April showers, and yeah, and maybe just scratch your way back up into the green towards the end of the month. That's kind of what I'm seeing, but I really want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. More than anything else, I want to be wrong. So we're going to see. We'll see how it's going. But today, right now, the TSX currently up 2.33%. So not too shabby. Looking we're going to look at everything, pretty much everything other than oil is mostly on the, for the most part, up. The S&P 500, same story. Different border, same, well, no, it's the same border, isn't it? I was going to say different border. No, different country, but same story. Nice steady green up. They're up 2.88% today. Now the NASDAQ, oh boy. So the NASDAQ is up 3.34%. And guys, they're no longer 10% down from their all-time high. They pulled themselves out of correction territory today. So not too shabby. They're about 9%. I think about 9.25 or so down. So that's not too shabby. So, and it's nice because one of the things we're talking about yesterday is if we had a red day today, the S&P 500 could have moved into correction territory. So they're, of course, stepping back. Everybody's stepping back away from that line. I like that. I like that a lot. And the Dow Jones also up 2.46%, and the Russell following suit. Everybody's up, everybody's happy. Let's all have a picnic. Oh boy. All right, looking at one of the things that certainly helped Canada was commodities. So look at this, gold. Gold up today, 3.70. Silver's like, hold my beer. I'm up 7.36%. Copper up 1.58%. Platinum up 3.24%. So a lot of up. But I did mention oil. Oil's that one little red sector. And as you can see, West Texas Intermediate, WTI, down 3.67. Brent down 3.98. So it's nice to see it down a little bit. It's nice to see a little bit of calmness. Because I'll tell you, after last night, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Iran hit an oil ship. I think the ship was owned by Kuwait. But it hit it with a drone. Luckily, we didn't get an oil spill. So when I saw that last night, I was like, uh-oh, is this going to escalate out of control today? But it did not. And I like that. And also Bitcoin and Ethereum both up as well. All right, let's take, you know what, I'm just going to, yeah, this looks accurate, but I'm still going to refresh it anyway, because I didn't refresh it before the show. Yeah, it's accurate. So look at this. Look at all the green. There's a lot of green in here today. The banks all looking pretty strong. We got, let's see, we got BMO up 2.68%. Royal Bank's up 2.42%. TD 1.54%. Brookfield Corporation doing good, up 4.11%. Our energy, our non-energy minerals. So we're talking gold, materials, all doing pretty good. Barrick Gold up a full 6%. Cameco up 5.54. It's looking good. It's looking good. Kinross up 6.15%. And down here, I think this here is Lundin Mining, not London Gold, but London Mining up 10.34%. Whew, pretty good. And look at Shopify over here. Shopify up 5.97%. That's not too shabby at all. Of course, one sour note, poor old Nutrien down basically 2 points. I'll just say 2%. It's close enough to just 2%. All right, heading south of the border. Similar story, a lot of green. Technology looking really good today. Nvidia up 5.52, Apple up 2.94, and tomorrow, Apple's 50th birthday. They're gonna release something. I don't know. Is it gonna be the iPhone Fold or the iPhone Ultra? It's one of those two names. I think that's going to be towards the end of the year, though. Apple, I will say this, Apple, when they release or they name something at a show, it's usually available for pre-order almost immediately because they want to capitalize on the hype, of that event. So I don't think the iPhone Fold will be ready until probably the end of the year. So we may not see that, but you never know. They might surprise us. Anything could happen. So I like that. Yeah, look at Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, even little Eli Lilly all up today. So what can we say? Not a bad looking day. And when we switch over to crypto, here we go, a green day. So we're gonna, basically for our crap coin of the day, let's go deep. We'll grab a red coin. Let's grab this one. Sure, why not? Here we go. And let me put my head in the middle. This is the Ithaca protocol. All right. What is this? I'm looking at the little picture of the coin, and it kind of looks like an insect head. So is this like some protocol where the insects are going to take over the world? Well, that's about to happen. In Canada, we call it mosquito season or black fly season, depending on where you live. But yeah, I don't know what this is. It's probably a game. It could also, I mean, I thought insect at first, but it could be a robot or something. I'm not sure. It could be, it's probably a game. So not sure what this does, not sure what it's for. I just know that when it comes to the protocol for my portfolio, this is not in that dictionary. So I will not be adding Ithaca protocol. I will not be adding Ithaca to to my world of investing anytime soon. I call it a crap coin for a reason. It's like going to the casino, going to the craps table, throwing your dice, and well, the house always wins. We know how this all goes. So guys, I would avoid this if I were you. If you are interested though, you know, maybe this coin has a future. I don't know, and neither do you. So you want to do your homework. You want to read the white paper, find out what it's about, find out why it was made. Maybe follow the developers on social media, see what's going on with them, see if what they're saying is making sense. So you want to definitely do your research before you get into something like this. There are ways to make money with crypto. The Ithaca protocol is probably not the way to go. I would stick to those larger coins. I would stick to your Bitcoins, your Ethereum, your XRP, your Solana, your Cardano, and gosh darn it, even the Dogecoin. So even the Dogecoin, I think, is a better choice. All right, let's get back to the TSX. And this is the part of the show where I jump into the chat. And we will start off with Jonathan. Am I late for a market turnaround? Nope, nope. In fact, it may turn around a few times more still, but we'll see. Ian says, hi all, I'm making popcorn if anyone wants some. Oh no, not the popcorn again. The last time this happened, I had to watch a movie just so I could have an excuse to have some popcorn. Stan says, good afternoon all, and Cynthia is in the house with a good afternoon. Zenial, good afternoon. Could this be a bull trap? Well, yeah, it could be. Let's see, Gary Gill and a number of other channels have speculated this pain could last for a while, so I don't feel like using up all of my dry powder just yet. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, there's a good chance. Like I said, right now, what we need is instead of speculation, instead of, you know, maybe Iran's president is open to talks, I need Iran's president is open for talks. You know, Donald Trump will make a deal without the Hormuz Canal. That's what I need. I need facts. I need solid before I start to feel like, and even then, the pain, there's going to be pain. So we talk a lot about oil, but let's talk about LNG. LNG, we're going to have a supply shock. And you might be thinking, well, why? Why are we going to have a supply shock? Well, one of the big reasons is that refinery that Iran hit earlier in the war in Qatar. It's going to take them 3 to 5 years to get back to their full production of liquefied natural gas. So that's a huge supply. There's a big chunk of world supply that is basically off the table now. So this could benefit Canada a little bit because, you know, we are one of the more reliable sources of liquefied natural gas. So, you know, and the fact that the Trans Mountain Pipeway is going to be doubling in capacity, mind you, that won't be right away, But nonetheless, I think that's a strong thing for Canada. I think Canada will benefit from that aspect of it. But nonetheless, I think the world is going to be looking at a potential liquid nitrified gas, liquid natural gas. There we go. I think that we're going to be looking at a shortage. I think that's going to come for sure. So, yeah, I think there's so much potential for this to go horribly wrong at this point. So, yeah, is Gary Gill right? Probably. Are those other number of channels right? Maybe. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I like to look at it from as neutral of a position as I can, so that I can sort of see both sides. Like, I can see best case scenario, great. I can see worst case scenario, and that's not so great. All right. Samantha is in the house with a hello everyone, and she's dropping her order for popcorn. Abby, a good afternoon. And Cindy says, oh man, not the popcorn thing again. I know. It may now be a reoccurring thing. It's happened twice. Once is once. Twice, it's the beginning of a pattern. It's one step towards a pattern. Let's see, a day early for an April Fool's joke? Maybe. So yeah, tomorrow is... Guys, I had an April Fool's joke planned for you guys. OpenAI destroyed my joke. I'm going to say it right now. I'll tell you what I was going to do, since I'm not doing it now. I was planning to make, all of the goat videos. I was going to remake all of them with cats. And just that way there tomorrow, if we hit the goat squad, all of a sudden it'd be, what the? That's a cat. That's what I was planning to do. And quite literally, I wish I had made the videos before they shut Sora down on me. So now it's like, no, I don't have my source of video slop. So what can I do? But that's what I was going to do for April Fools. I don't know if I'll come up with any other idea, because I was set on that one, but that was the idea. Scott says, happy Green Day, everyone. Roku, hello all. A nice green day on a gloomy Ottawa day. Yes, it's pretty gloomy out there for sure. Although I will say, it rained overnight, and pretty much no more snow on the front lawn. It's now all brown grass. So that's not too bad. Let's see. Oh my God day. Nothing has changed in Iran. Oil just pulled a bit, so I don't get the jump. Exactly a bull trap. Markets are closed on Friday. Long holiday. Anyways, I'm still down a lot year to date. Okay, fair enough. And yeah, I don't know if I'll call it a bull trap. I'm just going to call it, I'm just calling it unconfirmed hope trap. There's my word for it. Yeah, Ian says, we have concepts of a hope. There's concept of a hope. Yeah. Oh boy. Let's see. Lisa's in the house with a hi, everyone, and hope for hope. Yes, we will all hope for some hope. Get a solid hope. Oh boy. Paul says, a different color blue line to see when past and current blue line. Oh, so like I could put multiple blue lines, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we could put in a line just to show where we were last month. Larry, I think Trump is about done in the war and is looking likely he will just try to leave the mess for everyone else to solve. Well, that was our best case scenario. On the weekend, I told you guys, my best case scenario was for Trump to just declare victory and walk away, leaving everybody to whatever mess is still left. But he just sort of walks away, pulls out the U.S. troops. Believe it or not, that was my best case scenario. So maybe that's what we're looking at. Paul says need 5 more days like today. Plus 4.22% days so far. Not too bad. Bill says, I don't sit through 3 ads in a row to support this channel. I do it because I prefer to listen to to Miss Mountain at chipmunk speed. There we go. Well, that's the reason, like, guys, the reason I have a countdown. It's not because I like countdowns. I do like countdowns, but I have a countdown basically because, you know, if you are somebody who has, you know, if you're watching ads at the beginning, that countdown, it's like, all right, in a way, I mean, actually, now that I think about it, it's almost a brilliant move, right? Because, you know, if you're going to have a countdown anyway, you might as well just let the ad play through so I get paid, right? You might as well. Otherwise, you're just going to be looking at numbers. So, mental note, never make the countdown very fun to watch. I have to keep that in mind, but oh boy. All right, Larry, check out Nail. It got into my zone. I've been playing it for years. Every time it hits the zone, I start buying. I don't even know what's all in it, but it keeps giving me 4 to 5x every time. Nail. Well, I'm going to pull it up on here. I'm in. Let's go. Let's see. Nail. Ooh, directs on daily home builders and supplies. Oh, all right. Interesting. That's actually, it's funny. Yeah, here it is. So when you named, oh, and look at this, and I will show you one thing right here. Look at this. I mean, just looking at this little part right here, I can already see we've got a channel. We've got a little channel already, just bang, boom. Yeah, so when you said nail, I was like, okay, what is that? It's either going to be a company that does that does salons and nails, or it's going to be something to do with hardware. So yeah, it looks interesting. It looks interesting, and you know, and let's just get rid of that. Let's just pull it back a little bit, and we'll shrink it down a little bit. Yeah, even here I can see a little bit of a. It seems like it, you know, it seems like it's been going down, but it's going down in a predictable way. So yeah, I can see that being playable. All right. Paul says circle up plus 6.07%. Oh my God. I did it again, guys. I did it again. Here is Nail. Here's this little channel I saw right here. Oh boy, I can't believe I did that again. I did it. I was getting so good at making sure it was up. Oh no. I think this is the only one that I talked about while it was down. Oh gosh. Anyway, yeah, this is Nail, and here's kind of that long history. Like it's been in a whole bunch of descending channels. They've changed slope a little bit here and there, but yeah, I can see how that's playable. All right, now, all right, and we already talked about Paul's circle. That takes us to the wonderful Mary. Mary is in the house with a hello all. And guys, Mary is the captain of our like button. So if you have not yet hit the like button, well, gosh darn it, now is the time. And just looking at the test box, I currently have, oh God, 22. Let's, you know what, let's double that really quickly. Let's just get that up to 44. And we'll go from there. All right, and while you guys are there, I get to have a cup. I get to have a drink. Well, I don't have coffee today. Time caught up on me, and all of a sudden it was later than I didn't have time to make coffee. I didn't have time, so I'm drinking water. But nonetheless, I'm going to enjoy it. There we go. That was fantastic. Actually, drinking water probably makes more slurpy noises than coffee. So it's a good thing I am using that mute button for that. All right, Gigi says, well, now I wish I hadn't been slacking on my taxes this year. Oh yes, we're into that time. Ian, Ian ate all the popcorn. Holy banana bread, Ian. That was fast. Samantha said, this would be hilarious. Cats instead of goats. Oh, I know. It would have been very funny, especially if you had no idea. You know, that would be actually, you know, my luck. This is my luck. It's a Wednesday, right? So we do actually, and I forgot to turn it on. Let me turn it on. We do the Financial Express for Thursday on Tuesday, so on today. And there's no need to go to goats typically on Wednesday. So what would have been funny is if I had been able to get that all put together and then nobody released a goat. Could you imagine? I'd be going through the whole stream hoping for a goat and none gets released and it would be like April Fool's on me. It would be actually, that'd be kind of funny. But what can I say? All right. Let's see. Mr. Rideout or M. Ridout says, it is greedy for me to say red for DCA and share accumulations on my cover call ETFs. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. When we do have these red days, like yesterday, it's a good day to add. It's a good day to add some stuff for sure. And honestly, when you look at it from a longer time scale, those are the good days. The red days are the good days, especially, well, for buying. They're definitely the good days. So the red days are for buying. The green days are for counting. It's like that Kenny Rogers song, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to eat popcorn. Yeah, that one. Let's see. Ian says, I don't know how he can call this a victory, but the people who still like him will still like him, and the people who don't will not. Yeah, absolutely. Scott says, share the screen. Yeah, I know. I did it again. Use your imagination instead of seeing the screen. Yeah, the screen. Like listening to a football game on the radio. Yeah, I just have to say, and then the mouse moved slowly up towards the red candle, and it moved along the side of a row of candles, dropping a yellow line. Check out the 5-year on Nail, please. 5 years. All right. Oh boy. Let's whoa. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at this. I mean, and there's that little thing right there. But when you do look at the 5-year, even right now, I mean, I'm just gonna put in a couple lines here. Right here, we got a couple things here. So there's a bit of a channel there, but I would almost say, you see, these are almost admirations, but there's definitely some good movement, some pretty steady movement. So, it's hard to create a channel on a very long period, but I can see just sort of clearly in here, and we got 1 minute to the bell, guys. I can see clearly in here that, I got to stop something here, guys. Apparently, I forgot to turn off my workout from this morning. So I've apparently been pumping iron now for 7 hours and 35 minutes. Gosh darn it, my arms are tired. Yikes. It's funny. You know what it is? With my Apple Watch, when I start it for like if I'm doing aerobic type activity, so I start it up, it will, as soon as my heart rate comes down, it'll usually ask me, "Are you done?" And I'm like, yes, I am. But with when I'm doing the core training or any kind of weight training, it never asks. It'll just keep running. And it gives me credit. So now my statistics think I've been working out today for 7.5 hours. So what can I say? I can say this. The market is closed. Oh, there it is. All right. Holy banana bread. So yeah, I like the look on the 5-year on this. So there's definitely a lot of interesting things I can see here. So trying to actually create one channel though for 5 years, not so easy. However, when you actually look at some of the makeup, like take a look at this. Like here, this part here would definitely interest me. Like look at this. For this part in that 5 years, we had a pretty clear channel all the way up, So this would be long-term swings on this one, obviously, because, from going from the bottom here, you're like October 23rd, and your top here, well, you probably would have got out here on December. So like a 2-month movement. So that's pretty cool. All right. Bill says, gambling on the housing market works great until 2008 rolls around again. Yeah, absolutely. Angelo, hey Candace, what the fudge is going on with the market? It's once again, it's basically people getting a concept of a hope. Donald Trump is saying that he's open to a deal, even if the Hormuz Strait, I want to call it a canal, if the Hormuz Strait stays closed, he's still open to a deal. So that is a little bit of a softening of his stance. And there's been rumors that Iran is, the president of Iran is open to opening talks. So there's a little bit of rumor, and that's what I'm going to call it, rumor and innuendo, that there could be some positive moves there. But all it will take is another big attack, another escalation that happens this week, and that'll all get shattered away. So, you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt until we get some more solid developments in that direction, not just concepts of hope. Seabass, Nail is on my watch list, but for my strategy, 2x is more appropriate than 3x like Nail. Fair enough. Is Nail a 3x? Oh, you're right. It is. Look at this. You see, it's one of those, it's 3x. So guys, be careful with this one. But nonetheless, I still, gosh, could you imagine though, if you were in this 3x during that period? That would have been nice. Let's see, Angelo, is Evolve's Biggie designed to appreciate as underlyings appreciate, or should we expect a constant downward trend like some of the US high yielders? Okay, great question. So one of the problems with Biggie, I think they're writing their covered calls too aggressive. So they're definitely at the money. So basically, they're not giving any room for appreciation at all. So, if the underlying asset, so if one of the stocks within Biggie, let's say it was $100, well, they're writing the options at $100. So the second someone buys it, they've already hit the strike price. And for that, you do get more of a premium. So that's where they're pulling the money in for the income. So I think it's a fund where, if the market, and this is kind of the thing you have to sort of look at too. I think if you had a nice, steady, slow bull market, mostly going up, even then, it's hard to, it's still hard to say, because the problem is when you are at the money, even a slow rise isn't going to help you, because you are being hit immediately. So any growth that you're going to get in that fund is quite literally going to come from the share of the fund that's not having covered calls written on it. So yeah, Biggie is aggressive. Can they turn that around? I hope so. I'm hoping they'll fiddle with it as well. I think that would be good. Maybe look at what they're holding now. Keep in mind too, though, and this is one thing to keep in mind. Biggie released just as a lot of the whole AI mess, the AI concerns, with AI taking jobs, also the concerns on private credit, all of that sort of accumulating together. It hasn't been very nice on, during that time frame. So Biggie has suffered a little bit. Would I hold Biggie? No, I wouldn't. I would, I think I like HYLD better. So Biggie is or even HHIS. Biggie, I just think it's too aggressive. I think it's too aggressive at this point. So I'd love if they would pull back. I'd love it, even if they did, even if they did a tiny spread between the spot price and the strike price. So, so if it's $100, make your strike price, make it at least 101, just so you can get a tiny bit of upside. Now, with that being said, though, Biggie, not Biggie, but let's talk Evolve. Evolve has been very good at getting variable and pulling back on covered calls when the market, to capture some upside. Now, with this one, where it is designed entirely for income, I don't think they are going to care a lot about the upside. I think for them, they want to do kind of like what Utes does, move mostly flat, but keep pumping out that income. So that would be the best. I think that would be the best case scenario for Big E, is if we got to a state where it was, it's not really going up, but it's not going down. So that's kind of where I'm looking at Big E. Right now, I'm not all of these yield max ones, other than, 60's doing okay, but oh gosh, they're a tough sell right now. I think they're a tough sell, but give them time. They haven't even been out a year yet. So, we'll see what kind of tinkering will happen behind the scenes, because I'm sure in the back rooms of Evolve, they're looking at it and saying, gosh, you know what? We're a little disappointed on this one. So we'll have to see how it goes. Paul says, I am 5 minutes behind on 1.25x speed to catch up. And we got Mark. Let's see. Here at my place, we play a drinking game with shots for every time you take a sip and say, so delicious. There we go. Oh, it kind of sucks when I got my water, huh? Niece is in the house with a hay. Let's see. See what? Where is the screen? And Niece is saying, hit the like button. Oh, guys, did you guys get to 44? Because I'm going to quickly refresh the test box. No, you didn't. You got to 36. Oh, guys, it's a Tuesday. It's probably because you're all in shock from a green market. The green is kind of wearing you away a little bit. Ian says, your description of the screen is more like listening to an audiobook than a football game. Probably ASMR. Punky says, hello all. And let's say, I hope it stays this low until my dividends next week come in. And then you can reinvest. Yes. I got some dividends today. What was it? I think it was XMA. I think XMA came in today. Let's see. Oh, a Nightbot. Yeah. So, we do have the Thursday show open. We already have a show tomorrow. Oh, and guys, channel members, we got office hours tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're just gonna chill. We're gonna have a chill stream. We'll see where it goes. Last week we talked about birds. Maybe we'll talk about birds again. I don't know. We're gonna do whatever you guys want. Let's see, Punky. I hope it stays this low until. Wait, I read that. Oh, that's right. Oh, you posted it twice. All right. And then Paul says, puppies and kittens for April Fool's Day. Need red between April 6th to 7th for harvest distributions. Okay. You should, what you should do, Paul, is just call up Donald Trump and say, if you can tank the market on these days for me, I'll contribute to to one of your I wouldn't call it a charity. I think it's more of a Trump investment fund. I don't know. Let's see. Buy the hype, sell the news. ASMR is your April Fools. Larry says, so DraftKings says it's not gambling, it's a game of skill. Oh, yeah, there we go. HOD barely flinched today. Yeah, there's not a lot of there's not a lot of downside for it left, is there? Paul says nail is a 3x. Doesn't it reset each day? It should, I would think, but I don't know. I've never really looked at the structure of Direxion. I think that's how you say it. Or Dire Zion. It's a US, it is one of the US ones. So yeah, the Canadian ones, they reset that leverage every day. So I'd have to look it up. I don't know. They might, but I don't know. Isaiah, watching Chipmunk Candace ring the bell at 2x speed to get caught up is hilarious. Okay. There we go, guys. So after you watch the show, watch it again at 2x. And close your eyes and imagine that the show is run by a chipmunk. Rory, should have bought WCP when it dropped 3%. All right. Morley just had a swing on MSTE, bought this morning when it went down to 302, sold at 315. There you go. Nice. I have a swing on MSTE, but I bought a little bit higher than 315. So I'm kind of waiting for it to do something. Paul, nail 3x reminds me of MSTU 2x. And let's see, my slow rise stock from Ashes is NPI. Bought the day before the dividend cut and now at break even. Okay. Now, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Here we go. NPI. NPI. So Northland Power. All right. Oof. Yeah, look at this drop. That probably, I assume that, I don't know when they cut their dividend, but that must have been it. I'm just, because I'm looking at this, was, this, well, this would have been what? November. So that's a huge drop. So if you had, and you said, wait a minute, you bought the day before. Okay. So you might, yeah, maybe you bought on the way down here. If you just hit broke even, or you bought in here, but yeah, interesting. For April Fools, have Jill do the show. Oh boy. Oh, that'd be a hard sell. That'd be a hard sell. I could take the idea to her, Ian, and she would be like, no. Yeah, it'd be a big no. Let's see, Larry. Only long-term play I'm now in is R&W, which is only 3.5x less than their assets. Okay. Whoops, Paul. When is total return for 1 year for Harvest Tesla plus 43.7, but Purpose YTSL plus 74.4? What is Purpose doing differently? My best guess is it's probably, a lot of times it comes down to the spread. So when I talk about, at the money versus out of the money, so I don't know if Tesla is at the money. They might be. They might be at the money, and maybe Purpose is giving a little tiny bit of a spread. That would certainly mean that they're going to cap more upside. That might be why. Now, this is and keep in mind, Paul, this is 100% speculation. I'd have to know exactly where those spreads were. That's why I love Global X tells you. So Global X will tell you exactly what the spread is, and I love that. I love that. I wish the others would do that too. Let's see. Oh, and take two for GTA. Ian says, I got $207.17 from Div. Put it in my checking account. Hashtag passive income. Yeah, why not? Tom, if we can keep this momentum going for tomorrow, possible swing freedom. Yeah, you got to like it. I would love to see this momentum. Actually, I'd love to see this just go for the rest of the week. Like, just give us, because I mean, it's only 2 more days, right? Wednesday and Thursday. Give us those days. Then do whatever crazy stuff you're going to do, Mr. Trump. Do that on the weekend. You like doing stuff on the weekend. And let's see, NPI, I bought shares on payday, did what I can for DCA. And Larry, really it's 10x less than assets since they make renewable energy factory. India pays the cost to build it, then they either keep it or sell it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right. I'm gonna have some water. Very good. Very good. It's raspberry bubbly. So in case anybody is a little curious. Len says, was going to sell HHIS today, but as soon as I saw it in the green, I changed my mind. Glad I did. It went up 4.73%. Hope tomorrow is the same. Yeah, and that's kind of, when we were talking about HHIS yesterday, and I did say that if we got a turnaround in technology, we're going to get a turnaround in HHIS as well. So I do like it. Paul, and there seems to be more videos on Hamilton and Harvest and Evolve ETFs than Purpose. Yeah, you know what? That's true. That is absolutely true. I should do a Purpose video soon. Yeah. And there's other companies as well too that I think don't get enough acknowledgement. So there's Purpose. I would put Ninepoint in there, even though I give Ninepoint a good amount of acknowledgement. And oh, guys, Ninepoint's coming out with a bunch of new high share funds. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. Do I still have it here? I think let's see. I thought I brought it up. Yeah, here they are, right here. So yeah, we're coming out. So these are the ones that they've applied for. So we're going to have a 9-point Constellation Software core shares, 9-point Constellation Software high shares. So I'm not sure what's the difference. I don't know what the difference is between core and high. 9-point Celestica, 9-point Kinross, 9-point Nvidia, 9-point Tesla, 9-point Palantir, 9-point Alphabet, and 9-point Intel. So those are all going to be coming out. I don't know when yet. They've only applied for them. But don't be surprised if I want to get an interview. So don't be surprised if I get it. I want to get an interview with the guy who runs the high shares. So that would also be the same guy who runs ECHI. So I am. His name is Carl. I'm hoping we can get an interview up for you guys here soon. Like probably. I know how things run. Probably towards the end of April. But I think that would be a lot of fun. Sky. Hi all. Does anybody use Snowball Analytics? Is it worth the fee? Now, people who use it seem to like it. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. I don't currently use it myself. I don't like that. I don't like fees. Oh, and the Nightbot. Yeah, we have the Nightbot is on for Thursday show. Let's see. Or Purpose ETFs has poor marketing. You know what it might be? You know, a lot of the other ones, a lot of them actually, you know, reach out and interact a lot more with content creators, whereas maybe Purpose just doesn't do it that much. I've not seen, I can't recall ever seeing a Purpose sponsored video from anybody, in you know, anybody within the group. So, 9-point core shares has no leverage. Maybe. That's probably the best guess that we're going to get. Oh boy. Let's see here. World of Free Speech. So just so you know, cargo ship was spotted a few days ago with Army vehicles on the way. Just so you know, it's about to be a ground invasion and can pull the market down. Okay. So yeah, there is, you know, I mean, the U.S. has moved a lot of troops there. And I want to be, and we've been clear, like we've even said earlier, you know, the green we're seeing right now is the concept of hope. But yeah, I do think things have the potential to get really bad. And, you know, the U.S. has not moved all of these troops into the area to just, you know, to just pull them out right away. So even though, this is kind of the interesting thing, even though we got these concepts of peace out there, you know, when you listen to the Department of War, it's like everything is still on the table. And I did watch something, I read something the other day, but it wasn't from a reliable news source. But apparently there was somebody who worked at the UN who just said, this is crazy. It's going to get out of control. I'm quitting. I'm going to be home with my family, because if this thing goes where I think it's going, I don't want to be here working. So I was just like, okay. That's pretty extreme. And I don't see this getting that out of control, but that's the funny thing about getting out of control. By the time you realize things are out of control, they're already out of control. That's the problem, and that's always the downside of that. Larry says, by the way, yeah, don't buy nail. I picked up how to not miss it, but if it dropped 45%, I would not be surprised. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Martin says, do you know if Ninepoint will release an all-in-one fund for the U.S. high shares? Great question. I don't know. I know, I mean, they got the Canadian one. The Canadian one's doing fantastic. ECHI. Like, here, let me show you. ECHI. I would like to see one for the US one. All right. Now, that doesn't look as impressive, but when you look at it from launch, you know, it launched down here at about $10, and, you know, it's gone up a couple bucks. Now, that's not too shabby. So it has been moving in the right direction. It's been doing pretty good. Chad says, nice, a 13% move upwards for ACT. Ooh, wow. Punky, I would love to see a video on purpose funds. I've been doing research on the PDIV as a possible addition to my portfolio. I have done purpose funds before. I don't want to make it sound like I've never, ever done a purpose. But I have. I have done purpose. I know I've done some of their Bitcoin, some of their crypto features. I feel like I've done PDIV at one point as well. But yeah, so hopefully I'll do more. I'll do more. Thank you, CN. Ooh. Are we talking CNR? Let's see, Mark. Snowball Analytics, 100% worth the fee. I've tried them all. Finally landed on Snowball Analytics. Auto link to my Wealthsimple. So no more entering tricks in VF, Excel, etc. Perry F has a couple of good vids on SBA. Okay, there we go. So yeah, Mark likes it. And then that's why I'm saying people who are using it are liking it. So that's kind of the common. I've never yet met somebody who says, oh my God, Snowball Analytics, they're charging me money and giving me crap. I've never heard that. World Free Speech. Yep, I've been hearing the same type of things. Even the Germans and some other countries want to step out of it immediately. Yeah, nobody wants to get involved. Nobody wants to get involved. It's one of those, it's so messy. It's so messy. And, and Trump is kind of sitting there going, why won't anybody help me? And nobody wants to. Nobody wants to get into that quagmire. For sure. Roy, yeah, the CNR dividend. Oh, yes, I think I saw, I think I saw that. Boy. It was just one of these days. Today's normally not an editing day, but it was today. It was an editing day because I had to edit something else yesterday. So, I will soon be a full week ahead, which is kind of great. So yeah, once I'm a week ahead, then that means that I will have my videos made a week before they drop. The only exception is when I do it is, so when the 0 to 100K video is due to come out, I will do that one immediately. Because where it's time sensitive, I don't put that in the normal pile. That one gets moved to the front when I make it. So, because that, oh my God. Yeah, that's going to be the next. I'm going to be making that one on Saturday? No, tomorrow. Holy, it's like, yeah, it's the end of the month. It just dawned on me like, wait a minute. Yeah, holy banana bread. All right. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be scripting that. I'll film that on Thursday. So yeah, that one will come out on Friday, even though I've got 2 videos ready to go. Oh boy. The backlog. Chad, yes, was a good divvy from them. Just put it back to CNR. Paul, a Nicholas Mersch, portfolio manager at Purpose ETFs, is the son of Frank Mersch of Alamera Equity Fund. Oh, okay. Did not know that. Let's see. And Trump's been saying today to the Saudi prince that he will have to kiss Trump's ass and gather 100 uniforms for 100 princes or princes, and they all have to step up. Okay, yeah, we're going to see. We'll see how this all ends up. I think whatever the end story is for this war, I still think we're kind of in the beginning, and and I think I don't think anybody has any hope at this point. Scott, yes. All right, it's about time Canada Post is restructured to stop hemorrhaging the taxpayer money. Yeah, so Canada Post today came out, guys, and they said they're going to listen to the recommendations from the government. The government said, you're losing money. You can't continue the way you are. And one of the recommendations was to get rid of door-to-door delivery. So door-to-door delivery will be gone. We don't know when. They didn't say, but they have decided to go that route. So that, to me, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get mail. It's probably just going to be, I don't know if they're going to just go to community boxes for each community or something like that. Sort of like a lot of places, like, my street, we have one mailbox for everybody. obviously there's a whole bunch of different boxes. We each have our own box at it, but I think it might be a move in that direction. Will it be different for cities, for big cities compared to rural? Because rural depend on mail more. So that's the thing we don't know. I do know that the union is not happy about it, but you know what, guys, you can't have everything you want if it's going to bankrupt the company. You can't, you have to give a little bit back to the people who are feeding you. You know, I understand unions. And you know what? They're trying to protect the worker. That's fantastic. But you got to look at the big picture sometimes. And that's the one thing I think the postal union doesn't always do. They are just a little bit too worried, like, oh, those changes which are good for the company are not good for us. Well, you know what? If the company goes out of business, it won't be good for you either. So you got to kind of look at it that. You got to look at it that way. Let's see. Take the oil, 1987, Mr. Trump. Look up the full clip. Did you get out of your Air Canada trade yet? No. I'm close though. I'm close. Now the current trade I'm in right now, I got in at, well, let me backtrack. So I had a trade last week that I got out, and then I got back in. Then it fell again. So it's climbing back to where I got back in. So I'm in a second trade right now. And it's I don't know where it was, 1820, something like, no, 18 something. So it's not there yet, but if we get another day like today, tomorrow, I'll probably be out of it and then look for a lower price. Ian, I have a community box for mail and I like it. I don't want my mail sitting in a box in front of my house for any skid to go through. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, quite literally, you don't even have to check it every day. It's not like, how much legitimate mail do you guys get? I don't get a lot. Quite literally, the last few things that have been addressed to me have been, oh, it's time to get a checkup for this, or a time to get a checkup for. It's like, okay, nope, I don't want to hear about that. And then I think about a year and a half ago, I got the jury summons thing. I managed to get out of it, but yeah, the mail. I'm okay. I'd be happy to check the mail once a week, quite honestly. Let's see. It's great when I receive packages by Canada Post. They are secure in a locked box instead of sitting on my front step for porch pirates. Yeah, absolutely. When you gonna sell? Right now, it really depends on what's happening. Like, if we're kind of in the way things are right now, like I think Air Canada can fall quite a bit still, because there's as long as fuel stays high, it's highly impacting the airlines because the price of jet fuel is going crazy. So, this time when I get out, I'll probably sit tight and see if I can get another entry point down around 17. So, I'm not going to be greedy on this one here. If I go up, even if I'm only in $20, I'll be fine. As soon as I pass my break even, I'm throwing up a stop loss, and it'll sell. I'll sell at a profit. I don't know what that profit will be, but then I'm looking for a lower entry point. Let's see here. Ian, we try to get the mail once a week, but sometimes it's 3 weeks. Oh, there you go. Chad, gonna hang on to 2021, then sell? Set an exploding box for it or a trap. Oh, those are good. I've seen those ones where like glitter bombs. They're hilarious. Why can't we have mail delivery once a week? I'm okay with that, Bismarcky. I'm perfectly okay with that. All right. Scott, they're still going to do doorstep delivery in special cases, but it has to be requested. Okay, there we go. And let's see. Oh boy. DJT dropped to a low of 8 cents or 8s dropped to the low 8s. Let's see. I just bought it for the merger with the Fusion Company in a few months. It's a hype train gamble. Seen a few pop days before, so we'll see. I'm hoping for the same. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, I have two ways I evaluate stocks. So I will look at a company and it's either maybe it's a good long-term hold, awesome, or maybe it's a good short-term play. And I will do that. And sometimes those companies, I don't care what's going to happen to them on the long term. I'm just concerned about what they're going to do in the next week, or or maybe sometimes 2 weeks, because I'm in a Google trade now that's been going for a while, but I'm getting pretty darn close. I'm getting pretty darn close to getting out of it. I've been doing my step trades down to lower my break even, and they're slowly the distance between where the price is typically sitting and that break even is getting a lot closer. So, another good pump tomorrow. I probably will be out of that one. All right. Let's see, Ian. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Walking half a block to get the mail. They don't deliver milk door to door anymore either. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I remember. I don't know, like if you were a porch pirate and you loved milk, you would have loved it back in the 70s. I mean, you could walk down the street and there'd be milk and chocolate milk just sitting on people's doorsteps. Let's see. This door-to-door delivery was used against Mr. Harper. It's only for people who have mobility issues. Okay, that makes sense. Tom says I'm in on Air Canada for 1901, 39,000, or sorry, yeah, 3,900 shares. Be happy to get my money back at this point. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Canada Post was still making money under Harper. And wow, Brent is trading higher than WTI.A a few days ago. The gap was at least $10. Markets are turning towards U.S. oil in their forward view. And Chad misses the Harper days. Stephen Harper. Yep. Definitely. How long has it been? Oh my gosh. It feels like it's been a long time. 15 years or something. I don't know. Now, probably not quite 15, maybe 12 years since Harper. But yeah, what can I say? It's been a while. So, let's see. Ooh. Wow. 3,900 hard shares. Crazy. Well, it's not crazy when you make a profit, that's for sure. Amazon changed the game and Canada Post was too slow to react. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That was kind of the thing. Especially during the COVID. A lot of people during the COVID were, you know, buying like crazy from Amazon, and all of these companies popped up. And part of the reason, it's not even so much Canada Post. Part of it's the union. Like Canada Post, even in the early pandemic, they wanted to go to weekend parcel delivery so that they could compete for some of these, for what was happening to the world, to the Amazon phenomenon. But the union was just like, nope, nope. That was kind of a no-go for the union, and they couldn't get that through. I mean, they were even the last strike, they were still fighting about that. And that would have been really good for Canada Post. But the union felt that it threatened full-time jobs. Ian said, my turn to say hit the like button. Yeah, exactly. Hit that like button. We were at 36 last time I looked. I'm gonna take a quick look again, see what we got. Oh, we got up to 54. All right. It's still low, but we're on the right track. So, yeah, hit that like button. If you haven't hit it yet, just do it. Just do it. Tom sold off 2,000 shares at an $836 loss. Yikes. Yeah. You see, Air Canada is one of those ones I'll never sell it at a loss. I got patience on that one. That one, I got into it and I knew that, I could be in it to the end of the war. And I'm okay with that on the Air Canada one. Ian says the pension with Canada Post is crazy good. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, off. I got it. I got it. Yeah, that pension. Oh boy. What can I say? Oops. I said, oh, that's so good. It's not as good as a coffee, but it's good in its own way. Only problem is it's a can, right? So I'm already almost done. So what can I say? there's a lot more, yeah, a lot more to the coffee for sure. So that's kind of fun. All right, so today is the last day, guys, of that Blossom promotion. So that the Blossom promotion, basically having a little contest amongst Blossom users and not users, sorry, but ambassadors, and basically kind of the March Madness. So we're trying to get more people over, and we're getting points every time somebody comes over. So I'm sitting in 5th place, trying to get to 4th. I'm pretty sure I've lost, but I've 12 of you did come over. So if you want to give a Hail Mary type pump at the end of the contest, I'll just drop this in here. So right here, this is the Blossom one, and let me bring up Blossom. I'm not even going to go to the standings because I doubt I'm getting 3rd. I doubt I'm getting out of there. I'm sitting at 12, and I think the person in 3rd place is in 4th place is like at 15 or so. So I've accepted. I've lost. I think it's because a lot of you guys are already on Blossom, but if you're not, I definitely jump on over. So this here is Blossom. I like it. Let me refresh it. So this here is this is the main feed. It's basically social media for those of us into finance. And here you go. Here's Perry PI-verse. First on the top on the block. He's advertising his video. And we got, what's this? Mo in here. Oh yeah, I'm going to be on Momentum Finance's channel. I wonder if it's out yet. Maybe he posted it in here. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't see anything yet. I think that was the person before me. So I don't think mine has come out yet. So I sat down with him Sunday morning. So I don't know how long his editing process is, or maybe he's a week behind. Maybe he has, or a week ahead. Let's just say it that way. But nonetheless, it's a really good place to sort of communicate things like that. I will say, guys, if you come over there, be sure to follow me. Be like Marine and Kevin and Meditation, because I will follow you right back, because I like to go on my notification. So if I'm following you and you make a post, it shows up in the notifications, and I can come down and see what you guys are doing. And a lot of times as well, I will come in here and I'll look at some of the new posts, and I'm more likely to interact with you if I see your post in my notifications. So definitely do that. And if you have a post that you want me to reply to, or you want me to see it, just use a mention. So a mention, let's go over to mentions, is like this. Just put in an @Mountain Finance in there. And then that way there, it shows up on my mentions page, and I will go over and look. And holy banana bread, has it been 8 days since somebody said something to me? Oh no, I don't feel very loved, but that's fine. I don't mind. So yeah, anyway, it's pretty cool. And if you're over here, you will also be able to see this is the 0 to 100K TFSA challenge. So I do have it all linked over here. Now, you will not see the dollar amounts because if you're looking at somebody else's portfolio, you'll only see relative percentages. So you won't see any of those dollar amounts, but you'll be able to see it. The next 0 to 100K challenge will be coming out here pretty soon. You'll be able to see it on that for sure. Or when I show it here, I kind of wish I could turn it on so that you guys could see the dollar amounts, but they don't give me that option. It's all a privacy thing. But yeah, it is pretty darn cool. And now they've got, oh wait, what's this one over here? This is Chat with Beavis. Yeah, so this is their new AI. Do you want to get today's market summary? Okay. I do not know what it's going to do. This is a new feature. They just added it to Blossom. It's their AI called Beavis. I wonder who named it, Brandon. So, okay, are you going to send me? Where is my market summary? All right. Well, yeah, it didn't give me my summary. Oh, maybe it's still thinking. It should, you know what it needs? It needs something to tell me it's thinking. I'm gonna refresh the page and see what happens. Why is BDT up so much this week? Because they're awesome. All right, we'll click on that. Why is BDT? All right, okay, now I'm seeing checking stock prices, searching the news, researching, analyzing your, you don't need to analyze my portfolio. Just tell me about Bird Construction. That's what I wanted to know. All right, well, as it does its thing, let me move over here to Tom. So let's see, I had over 100K invested in Air Canada, though. Too much. All right. Chad, I hate selling a loss. Why I still hold TELUS Bell. Hopefully, with their data centers coming, share price will go up for both. Well, hopefully. All right. And Scott says, I'm not sure how I feel about unions and a crown corporation. I'm all for it in the private sector. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, unions, they have done some really incredible things in Canadian history. And they have gotten a lot of rights for workers. But there has to be a line at some point where, a union, if it's going to actually bankrupt a company, you kind of have to sort of say, well, okay, there needs to be, you need to sort of take that into consideration. Unfortunately, that's what we're looking at it. All right, let's see. Oh, here we go. All right, here it says, okay, pulling data. All right. Big relief rally to close out Q1. The dominant story today was Trump signaling he's opening to ending the Iran war, even if the Strait of Hormuz stays closed. That's what I said. Let's see. So that lit a fire under equities globally. The S&P 500 closed up. NASDAQ, all right, and the Dow. TSX Composite held its own, up 2.38%. All right. That said, context matters here. Despite today's celebration, the S&P 500 Q1 2026 is down 4.6%, and the NASDAQ down 7.1% for the quarter. Okay, but how does that... Oh, okay, here we go. Why is BDT? This is the other stuff. That's the other stuff. I was wondering how that tied into BDT. All right, here we go. So why is Bird Construction up so much this week? This one has a really solid fundamental story. Behind it, a few things have been building. So they've got, look at this. They got a record 11 billion backlog that were reported at their Q4 earnings. So yeah, they just had their earnings. That's right, on March 14th. So yeah, that's their order book. So they're pretty much, having a backlog is a good thing for a company because it just means that you don't have to worry about finding clients. You've got more than enough work to do. Let's see, analyst upgrades flooding in post earnings. BMO raised, so their targets, a lot of the banks raised their targets. Another huge positive thing for share price. Q4 gross margins expanded to 10.5% from 9.7. Okay, another good thing. So far, it's all good news. FRPD acquisition added marine. Yeah, so this was the interesting one. One area that Bird Construction had a weakness is actually marine construction, and they acquired this company here, FRPD. That's huge. That's huge. It gives them marine construction and dredging capability. And that's really big because this is just as Canada port upgrades are starting to accelerate. So opening up another little avenue for Bird Construction to stay even busier than ever. And yeah, the stock is up over 77% over the past year. And analysts forecast EPS nearly doubling by 2027. It's not a mystery move. The fundamentals generally caught up to the story. Yeah, and I've been telling you guys about Bird Construction, that I've been bullish on them for more than a year. So, anybody who jumped in a year ago, you're welcome. Not to say that you should listen to me. You got to still do your own due diligence. But if I pointed you towards the right research project. Tom says, in total, I've made over $33,000 on Air Canada in the last 2 years. So no biggie. There we go. That's not too shabby. Ian, I've been exiting out of RMAX at a loss, up after divs to buy ECHI when it's down a bit, and RMAX is up a bit. Okay, fair enough. I'm still holding on to my RMAX for now. Ian says, with all my spare time, maybe I should work on building my social media presence. Never hurts. Never hurts. Ian says, I tried to find AI Beavis on the Blossom app, but I can't find it. Maybe it's only on the desktop. Interesting. Yeah, because it was like right here from the original desktop. It's just right there. Now, mind you, I have pro version. So I don't know. I assume I can't see them not rolling it out to every version. So, yeah, if anybody here has the non-pro version of Blossom, have you seen Beavis? Have you seen Beavis? Or is that maybe it's a pro feature? I don't know. Let's see. Newell says I'm late. Scott, there is a line in the private sector. The company can just choose to close up shop and everyone in the union is out of a job. It does not work like that for Canada Post. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, company that I worked for, so it was a tech company, and they had a few call centers. One of their call centers used to be in Victoria, and there was whispers of a union in that call center. That entire call center got shut down and reopened in Vancouver. Solved it right there. Union talk completely disappeared. All right, Bismarcky, how is Bird with building neighborhood mailboxes? That might be a little bit, that's more handyman stuff than Bird, I think. But you never know. You never know. Brian says, good afternoon, everyone. And Larry says, thinking about yield max for tech names if this is over soon, if this is soon over. Hi, Brian. First day in the new life. I'm like number 63. Oh, nice. Ian says, I also have Blossom Pro. Oh, well, then there shouldn't be any issue, I don't think. Try refreshing it. Maybe, I don't know. I am on the desktop, so I have to look on my phone, I guess. I can't do that right now because my phone is being used as the camera. But, oh gosh, maybe that's what it is. Tom, if you free up your swings, how will this environment affect you? Smaller profit taking overall? Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, it's kind of at that thing where because there's so much volatility and things keep changing daily, I'm probably taking smaller profits than I normally would take. Just because it's like, all right, I'm going to grab what I can for now because this could easily turn around and I could get stuck pretty easy. So yeah, I would say profits are down quite a bit in March compared to January, February. They're both pretty steady. March has been a dog's breakfast for sure. All right, EGD says, sorry, got in late. Can you please let me know your thoughts on HHIS and HHIC? Would you still be buying to average down? Thanks. I like both of those. So HHIC has actually done pretty good. And here, let's zip on over here. All right, here's HHIC. So yeah, this one is really done, I think, well when you look at it. Now, the Canadian market was doing well, but it's also doing well. I want to see this. This is what I want to see in a covered call fund. If the Canadian market's doing well, that fund should be doing well. If it's not, I'm not interested in it. So that's kind of what I'm liking about HHIC. So they have done well. They haven't, they're not as, I don't think they're as aggressive as Biggie. That's one of the reasons when actually, sorry, I meant Canny. We're talking the Canadian side. So they haven't been as aggressive as Canny. Canny's a little aggressive. And when you compare this to Canny, and let's actually take a look here. Duplicate tab, and we'll bring in Canny. Here we go. And all right, so same market doing really well, but you'll notice instead of going up, Canny's overall trend has been down. Now they have made a change. I know they've brought CNQ in. That will certainly help, but I think they're not giving. I think it's this whole lineup. This whole lineup I don't think is giving they're not really giving a lot of room for upside. They're getting very aggressive with the covered calls. You're getting a bigger yield as a result, but, you know, this is what we're seeing. This is what we're seeing thus far. And to me, with the Canadian market doing what it's done, and I look at something like that, I'm like, nope, I will not invest in that for that reason. And, you know, so I'm hoping Canny can turn around. Now, mind you, Canny is not that old. So hopefully they can get Canny moving in that right direction. But right now it's not. Right now it's not, unfortunately. Whereas HHIC, well, it's been doing fantastic. And there's another one in here as well, guys. I just did a video on this as well. There's also ECHI. And ECHI, and this is the, let's actually have a duplicate. It's doing the best out of the three of them. So let's see here. ECHI, and this is the Ninepoint one. All right, so this is their enhanced Canadian high shares. So it's basically just like HHIC, but it's holding the Ninepoint version. And when we take a look at it as well, it's doing really well. So, you know, when I look at it, I'm like, all right, HHIC, fantastic. ECHI, fantastic. Canny, nope. That's just the way it's going, unfortunately. And I like Evolve. I like Evolve. All right. Let's see. Ian says, I updated Blossom, still not seeing it. Yikes. Maybe this is random, but what do you think of the future of movie theaters is? I think they're going to have to transform. I think people just coming in, sitting in front of a movie theater, paying overpriced popcorn, I think those days are numbered. But if you can bring in more and more stuff. So, for example, you have the, what is it? Is it called DX? Or, you know, there's that one there where I said DX something, DXD, or I don't know, DXP. There's that one that, you know, they shoot wind past you if there's a bullet, and the seats move and they have smells. You need more of that interactive stuff, I think, to start bringing people in. I also think the VIP is not a bad one, because if you can have like a, you know, actually order like a restaurant meal and have a nice comfortable seat, that's pretty attractive as well. But I think overall, they have to sort of evolve that business if they want to hold things. So they need to do more. They need to do more. If they don't, they're going to fade away. You know, like even now, if you look at the numbers post-pandemic compared to pre-pandemic, they're, you know, the bars have been lowered a lot. Like what is successful now would be considered ho-hum before the pandemic. So I think that, you know, I think unless you've got specialties, like I said, like DXR or whatever that is, you're going to see a lot of them disappear. You're going to see the normal movie houses disappear. At least that's what I think. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that. Larry says, one bathroom tweet away from a disaster. Yeah, pretty much. Brian, I bought some welding supplies and materials today to start tomorrow morning. Handed over the keys to our shop today. Yeah, exciting. New business. New business. I love it. Let's see, Scott. That's different. I'm talking about unions making unreasonable demands and making the company unprofitable, not suppressing workers' right to form a union. Oh, yeah, no, that is a completely different thing. I just happened to mention that because it popped into my head. Bleak is in the house with a hey all. Brian is going solo. Yep. Somebody said, hey, do you want a Han? He's like, no, I want to go solo. No, a bad joke. Newell says, ECHI seems to be doing better than, yeah, exactly. Brian, yes, Rory, my last employee gig was at Skyjack in 2020. On my own for 5 years, corporate partnership for 21 years, and now back to solo without a shop. My welding equipment is at my main customers. Rory took a welding course a few years ago, just had trouble seeing what I was doing. And Lance, there you are, Lance. I was wondering where you were. I'm late. I just got back from a long day out. Is there an office hours tonight? Yes, there is. 7 p.m. Eastern office hours for the channel members. Let's see. Kids don't want to sit still for 90 minutes now. They don't want to watch videos longer than 30 seconds. TikTok. Oh, yeah. The TikToks. And Brian, I haven't been to a movie theater in ages. Closed captioning is frowned upon. unless it's an international movie in another language. Yeah. Well, you can get, I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. Like I know that there's some adaptations that you can get at the theater. I know when we go, Jill gets like an audio description box. It's basically a little box that she plugs her headphones into, so it gives her a description of what's going on. Um, Now that does read, well, it would read captions if there were captions, but I guess it wouldn't read voices per se. I wonder if there is one though for closed captioning. There's got to be. I would think that there has to be. I would just double check, Brian, because I bet you there is. There's got to be something. It might be something you have to wear, like some glasses or something that I don't know, but I would think. Holy cow! Now I'm curious. All right, Lance, perfect. I won't miss office hours. Did a bunch of cool stuff today, including watching silver trend up. Keep going up, please. Godzilla and Bruce Lee movies. Yes, but you know, Godzilla could beat Bruce Lee. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You can't beat Godzilla. There's a reason that Godzilla is called King of the Monsters, right? You're not gonna beat him. You're not beating him. So what can I say? All right, guys. Holy banana bread. We have hit the end of another show. But I am going to be back tonight for office hours. That'll be at 7 p.m. That's our chill show. So just come with whatever you want. You know, we can talk. We can, if you got finance, well, we can talk finance if you want to. It's just whatever the heck you guys want. There's no rules for office hours. So now, for those of you who are not channel members, and you're like, I sure would love to peek in on an office hours, well, you'll have that opportunity next Tuesday. So the first Tuesday of every month, that office hours is open to everybody. Everybody gets to come and chill. And that's what it is. It's a chill stream. But yeah, I'll be back here again at 7. So until then, guys, holy banana bread. What a day. What a day. I got a couple of words I did want to say before I close things out. And that is, yeah, you guys know what I'm going to say. It is bye-bye.